Soy el señor D aquí con otro video. Clase, hoy vamos a aprender de Gusta, todo de Gusta. En este momento solamente aprendiste me gusta, te gusta, and a little bit of le gusta. Pero hoy vamos a aprender todo de Gusta. So, primero, vamos a leer un poquito. ¿Te gusta aprender? Do you like to learn? And for reading the paper, it says expressing likes and dislikes in Spanish is different from English. In English, we say, I like to play golf, or I like the color blue. And in this English sentence, gusta, like is the verb, and I is the subject. So I is the one acting out the verb. You are the one liking, and the thing receiving the action of being liked is playing golf. I like the color blue. Here, the word blue is what is receiving the action of being liked. I is the subject, but in Spanish, it's actually different, and gusta does not mean to like. Gusta literally means to please. So if you look here, it says, me gusta jugar al golf. And this is literally saying it's a backwards verb. We call this, some of your Spanish teachers as you go on may call these backwards verbs, because if you translate the sentence, it's literally read right to left. Playing golf is pleasing to me. So you're saying golf pleases me. The color blue is pleasing to me. That's kind of what you're saying. Backwards verb. That's why, in case you were ever wondering, we never say gusto for I like. We say me gusta because we're literally conjugating the verb gusta for box 3, el color azul, like a singular noun. Let's move on. When using gustar, we do not use personal pronouns. Sometimes these are called subject pronouns. But we do not use personal pronouns, subject pronouns. That's the yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, nosotras, vosotros, vosotras, ellos, ellas, ustedes. We're actually not going to use these with gusta. And I've told you never use yo with gusta. We use what we call indirect object pronouns, IOPs, indirect object pronouns. And we already know the first two, me gusta, te gusta. And then a couple times we've used the word le for he or she, box 3, or usted, same idea. Box 3 is always él, ella, usted. Here we have nos gusta, vosotros os gusta, and then down here we have les gusta for ellos. So if we move down here, we now can use all forms of gusta. I like, es me gusta. Now here, this is actually you formal. So me gusta, te gusta, le gusta, he or she likes. We like, you all like, or you guys, and then they or all of you or you guys like for Spanish-speaking countries. All right, more to learn here. Something that I've kind of hinted at throughout the year but haven't really taught you. When we use gustar, remember we don't necessarily use gusto, gustas, gusta, gustamos, gustáis, gustan. We're actually just using gusta and gustan. So there's only two forms of the verbs we use. Gusta, box 3, and gustan, box 6. And these steps here is going to show you how we use gusta and how we use gustan. So if there are multiple nouns or plural nouns. And here I'm kind of thinking like multiple singular nouns because 1 + 1 is plural. We're going to use gustan. So typically it's like your plural ideas. Here this says dogs, nice dogs. I like nice dogs. I guess I don't like mean dogs. Me gustan los perros simpáticos. We're trying to say we like the Dallastown teachers for the most part. Nos gustan los maestros de Dallastown. Now we're trying to say they like pizza and coffee. This is a weird sentence. I don't really know who eats pizza and coffee. I mean, I like pizza and coffee, but maybe not at the same time. This is two singular nouns. 1 + 1 = 2. It makes it plural. Gustan. Now, you've never really used gustan, so focus. If it's a plural noun or two singular nouns, we need gustan, two or more singular nouns. When do we use gusta? If gustar is followed by one singular noun or an infinitive. So you want to say, I like to read. We've been saying this since chapter 1. Me gusta leer. Actually, I don't think we learned leer in chapter 1. El libro. We like the book. That's a singular noun. Nos gusta el libro, outsiders. Now, here, don't be confused. We have a verb. We have a noun. This is not 1 + 1. This is sort of one idea. Do you like to work on the computer? Gusta. Next bullet. This is comer hamburguesas. So I know this is a plural noun. This is the verb to eat, but again, this is kind of like one idea here. Do you like to eat hamburgers? You have to think of that as one idea. It's not saying, do you like hamburgers? Or, I'm sorry, he or she likes hamburgers. It's the idea of eating hamburgers, so it's a singular thing. Not a real big deal. If you would write gustan there, I'm sure it's not a major problem, but this is something I can quiz you on, and you can focus on the idea here. Next, look at this. We have verb, verb, verb. Even if it's followed by multiple infinitives, we're still going to use gusta. And really, if you can remember what I just showed you here, you have learned enough to use gusta. I'm going to show you one more thing very quickly. We're going to add another element to the Gusta sentence. And what I call this now, we're entering the 5 elements of Gusta. And we're going to add emphasis to the phrase. Also, it can be clarity. So first off, we're going to learn some prepositional pronouns. These would follow prepositions. And I'll explain this a little more in class. We're going to go me with an accent, ti without an accent, and then fortunately, your prepositional pronouns are then the same in the rest of the boxes as your subject or personal pronouns. So here's yet another box of 6 things that you need to memorize. The good thing is it's really only box 1 and box 2, but you need to realize that these are prepositional pronouns. And we use them after a preposition. So look, here's a 5-element sentence. Right now, you can say, I like to teach. That's a perfectly good sentence. Me gusta enseñar. But if you would like to add some emphasis, it would be, a mí me gusta enseñar. And that just adds a little more pop, a little more emphasis to it. Like, I really like to teach. Or for me, I like to teach. It's good. Now, somebody comes in, they say, man, I watched a show last night. I'm like, wow, you like to watch television. Another person comes in and they're like, I watched television for 12 hours yesterday. And I might look at them and be like, wow, a ti te gusta mirar la televisión. You really like to watch television. Also, think about this, moving on, we can add clarity. So if I just wrote a sentence that says, le gusta inglés, Who is this about? He likes English. She likes English. Usted likes English. Bob likes English. Becky. I don't know who we're talking about. If we add a name or a person after A, we clarify what the ley is about. So this says, a Marcos le gusta patinar. He likes to skate. This sentence is grammatically correct, but we don't know what the sentence is about. It's about my grandparents. I don't know if I want to see my grandparents swim, but anyway, there it is. Now, real quick, this is the 5 elements of Gusta. So here's the subject that we like. Here's Gusta. Here's the IOP. Here is the name or prepositional pronoun. And then here's the letter A. And as we practice Gusta, you are allowed, you can have 3 elements of Gusta. You can write sentences. This is perfectly grammatically correct. Les gusta nadar. But if you add in my grandparents, you have to add the A. So you must have at least 3 elements or 5 elements. You can't have 4. If you add the mis abuelos, if you add the Marcos, then you have to have the A. If we're talking about Marcos, and then we just say le gusta patinar, we're going to know it's about Marcos. But if we want to add that clarity, you need the whole A there, okay? Gracias, adiós, nos vemos en la clase.